Moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Few leaves are left hanging on the deciduous trees that juxtapose their branches against the white cotton sky. It looks so beautiful, as someone has drawn with a pencil on a piece of paper and took a few colored pencil and highlighted those singular leaves on its branches. It's like the trees are saying goodbye, but not a goodbye that is forever. Maybe the way it is spoken out in German, Auf Wiedersehen. It means, I'll see you again. I like that much better. I wonder where bye comes from, goodbye. Maybe an old English or Middle English word. So let's dive in and see what today brings. You are on the Moving to Oneness podcast. Hello, everyone. I'm Meilin Ehlke, and I welcome you to this beautiful fall Sunday with a little drizzle, giving those evergreen leaves, which we don't have many in Germany. Wherever you are, you may have many more if you're more tropical. This little glow, and it reflects the light. It creates a silver coating on its surface. Isn't this beautiful? How leaves look different depending how much light comes through the clouds. If you have like a cloud-covered sky as I do today, or maybe if it's a harsher light from the direct sunlight and the shadows that it creates within the bush to give it more volume. But today it's more soft, whimsical in a way. And I think also this fall, similar to spring, and if you're on the southern hemisphere, you do have spring. There is this questioning that you're invited into in this contemplation of how things function, how your world looks like. Where are you going? Right? So today I'll concentrate a little bit more on fall, because as I look out of the window, it is so close to me. Yeah, the letting go and pulling your energy within yourself. So maybe that is a good question to ask. What are you letting go? To have more time, also strength, fullness in a way, as you're pulling everything that's yours into your body to create in a way this plumpness. Like a plum is also fall fruit, but when it's plump and it's juicy and it's contemplative with what to do next, maybe it falls down to the tree or gets eaten by something else. Or maybe you look sometimes, if you have a plum in your hand and you look at it, and do you bite into it or do you wait a day? So it gets softer. Yeah, so this to do or not to do, to be or not to be, or what to be and what not to be. I think these are also a lot of questions that are out there in this world at the moment. There is so much change happening. And you all know there is this unfolding. But as it unfolds, I use my hands and create an unfolding, the underarm, right? It creates also this little pressure of the stem to push upward and outward what is within. So if you see a bud on a stem, that's easy to see, but that's also in your body. But just before you go out next, you want to make sure you're also filled with all of the essence that's you. So you're contracting inward now to bring all the strength then in the new year or in spring into the tip that pushes through, or the earth, if you have to push through the earth, if that's your phase now, or also that final push to open up, this getting ready for the explosion. That's for some of you. But there is all in there. What I sense is the question of the desire as you open, and how do you open this time around, that you desire no waste of energy, no waste of direction, in a way, that you want to be a little bit more clear. What are you opening to? Or what I should say, what you're going to bring out into the world of you. So you have a few months, I think, now to really, like in a good soup, marinate. Okay, that's more meat than a soup. But even if, if you think about the beautiful Asian pho, like Vietnamese soups, they simmer for 18 hours or longer, or maybe a day or two, to bring out of the bone what wants to come out. So what do you want to bring out of you? And to have more calmness to answer that question, I think that is at the moment, German, I would say, the springende Punkt, the jumping point, but that's not it. How do I say that now in English? And I would say it's the essence of the moment. By thinking, what is the springende Punkt in English? I forgot a little bit where I was. But it is about, what do you leave away that is yours, but that doesn't feed you any, nourish you at the moment, or that you have gone through and it's done, that doesn't need to be taken up again or repeated. What is it? Look at it though, because it's a beautiful leaf that's falling, and it has changed color, right? It went from the green or maybe the red in the summer to this yellow, light green, brownish tone, or even some red tones. So you can look at it, what it brought you, what information it has given you, and you can say thank you. You can bring a gratitude into that beauty. I mean, it's like a piece of art. So remember what you've done. You've created something magical, and now you're letting it go. And a tree is getting bigger next year, right? Yeah, like you're getting larger, vaster, more grand. Because when you're going to bring out what is yours in a few months, you're going to stand taller. You're going to spread out your energy further out because you honed your craft. So maybe that is it. Taking the time for yourself to hone the craft you really love, have fun doing, or that that will bring you to that moment where you have more fun, where you can show more of yourself, be more yourself. Maybe you want to be a healer, maybe you want to create a product, maybe you're an engineer, maybe you're a singer, you want to construct a beautiful form of a chair, for example, you want to sculpt. So what is to learn and to give you the time to do all this? Again, what dropped? And it's this gentle drop. It is this floating away. It is not a zoom, like someone cut off or tore off. You're very conscious of letting go, of letting it drop, because you have given everything you could into that leaf, because it was also tiny once and became large. and it went into its most precious expression. Now it's leaving. So take time to look and follow it as it floats through the sky, through the air with your eyes. And a beautiful goodbye. Maybe now more the one in English, because you won't see it again. Maybe you will, the particles that it made, right? Once it goes to the ground, decomposes into its own particles again, and goes and relates with other things on the ground, earth, roots. Maybe it's being eaten. Who knows? So that is also to see. So whatever you let go feeds other things or other people or other beings. Now that's a beautiful thought. This is really a beautiful thought. So don't see it as anything wasted or have gone the wrong way. Often, that thought process starts taking over. And we don't have to do that anymore, because whatever you did was right at a certain time and brought you to where you are right now. And I've spoken in a few other episodes really about you becoming more and the energies that are demanding. If you listen, you hear many other people speaking about this now too. You may feel what it's for me to do, right? To exhale. Go ahead and exhale into the world. And then breathe in. Again, the air where those leaves flown through. Because they also provide information if they have gone somewhere else. Right? They taught you or are teaching you things, how you can make what are you starting now or want to explore better. Yeah, taking that breath and exhale. And I still see some leaves flying through the air that are yours. And they're all coming together from different trees, if you think about it. Right? They make a new pile for animals to sleep under, to find comfort. And they're creating something new. So whatever you've created is creating new things. So that's also something beautiful to look at. So that gives a whole different meaning to letting go. Maybe one should say, watch it move on. Because we are also beings that are not stagnant. We're always in movement. And all of you, it has been hard for others to make you be flexible, right? You all have a strong inner drive. Ooh, see what's coming out of my throat while I'm speaking this, that this inner drive that is really your purpose, that is your determination of expressing more and more of who you are, and that you decided to take this time. I can feel it. I can feel it. Here's a song. That's why this tone came up, to support you to delve into those thoughts of what you've created until now and what desires to be created in the future. And doing that shifting. And it is more like the infinite 8 that is lying down or up, or diagonal. I think you can see it however you want. It's just this forward and coming back with this hand, or the spiral, but the 8 is so beautiful. Or even to draw, use your hand right now and create that infinite 8. You can even do bigger movements. You can do it with a tiny finger, or you can use your whole arm or both arms to create it, and you can stand up and dance it. You use your whole body to create this 8. So this is also then, it comes back and forth to one point, but every time you go out, you don't take the same route. You make it wider and tighter and wider and tighter. So your energy, your light also moves out. So notice that moving, that helps you to become free in the contemplation of what you are and what you're bringing out to the world. So let's see what wants to be brought out.
Bull, bull, Chandalalinda, Chando, Bode, Obundidanja, Chowl, Tindaladanja, Pinte Chadambo, Lindobo, Hundundalidunchundum, Pinchada, Pop.
And what a beautiful song. Thank you. So you're on your path. Believe in yourself. Trust that you know what is the next thing for you to do, how to let go of things, actions, maybe even people, and that you're supported and that the newness is coming, that you're now just taking time for yourselves to spread out those roots into the ground, unless it's raining outside, supporting you to give you the water to pull it up into your branches and to let them grow as well and get ready. But you have time. That's the nice thing. Doesn't have to happen tomorrow. A few things may, but another things need more time to marinate, as we spoke about, right? The faux soup. So maybe on your next stroll outside, you see and observe the falling leaves a little different, or you look at the ones that are still hanging on the branches in a different way, like you relate to them. Maybe you understand even the shrub, the tree a little better. Ask him, ask her about any information on how she or her sees the world, and maybe they have information for you. So try out asking others, not only asking yourself, because sometimes we get in a certain rut in thinking through things in the same way, so you can get a new perspective. And maybe this is a beautiful question for your family members to ask what they're seeing or what they're letting go and what they want to hold in now and fill themselves up, plump themselves up. And ask how you also can support them. And by supporting them, you may learn other things about yourself. Because which things are you drawn to support others? So your body gives you the information, your actions, you're acknowledging your actions, you're acknowledging what others need. That supports you in forwarding your intention in the right direction it desires to go. You desire to go. Oh, I wish you a wonderful time, enjoying those last days, those colorful days, and playing with the light that you see outside, also within you. Dance, move to the wind, to the breeze, and have fun becoming plump. I'm Meilin, your host of the Moving to Oneness podcast. Bye-bye.